Hey guys, Zach Mueller here and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing another About the Label. Today is a very small label. I didn't even know they were a label for half a moment. I recently found out about it probably a month ago, and since then I've been wanting to do it on them. They're a very small label. You've heard me talk about the store before because they're mostly a store. They have done music-related stuff. They've done stuff with bands, so they are now considered a label. They've signed people. Okay, about the label, Metal Devastation Records. Now this is a place where I get most of my patches, so. Okay, country, the United States. They were founded in the United States. State, more specifically, Arizona, which is a hop, skip, and jump away from my state. So, I mean, hey, I get my patches. I get stuff quick. I just ordered a Carpathian Forest pendant to go around my neck. So, I mean, I'll probably leave a picture of that. You know, you probably have already seen it if I left a picture of that down here. Okay, status, active. They've been active, I couldn't put a founding date. This is actually one of the ones where the founding date is unknown. Just because it's not a strict founding date. And I tried to find it out by myself, looking through bands that they've signed. But it is a whole shit show trying to do that. Now, if I went from like the earliest signing, that's like 1980 something, but I don't think that was actually accurate. I would have to talk to the guy who owns Metal Devastation. So, yeah. Some past bands include Black Storm, black metal. They are no longer together. The past bands are either no longer together or just on a different label. There's a few of them that aren't together anymore, but Black Storm, I believe, is fully split up. I haven't listened to their music. They look interesting. I believe they're a solo project, too. So, I love me some solo projects. Here's one that I found the name extremely funny, and it's going to be one of those ones where I'm like, I'm even going to be thinking to myself, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Evicting the Testicular Squatters. Yeah, I believe they are grindcore or gore grind. Very interesting name, honestly. I haven't listened to them. Though last night when I was writing this, I was listening to Necrobiosis. Pretty good grindcore, gore grind band, whatever. They're very interesting. I was listening on my actual little portable CD player because that's the cult way to listen to music. That, vinyl players, and cassette players. If you can get yourself a fucking cassette player, that's cool. Next we've got He Who Binds Himself. They advertise the shit out of this band on their webpage. They're a death metal band. I believe they're classified under technical death on the web store, but they're not actually tech death. They're just regular death metal. So, take it or leave it as you please. Listen to it and say what you think. Mephistopheles, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not quite certain. Another black metal band that split up after like a couple releases. They seem pretty interesting, and their logo was kind of like a stick-out thing to me. All the logos on here were pretty interesting. There's a few that are just kind of like, I can take it or leave it. And trust me, erasing the backgrounds on these was a bitch. So, yeah. Next we've got Shattered. I don't exactly remember. I want to say they were thrash metal, but I'm not certain. Could have been death metal too. And lastly, on the past bands, and these are all the bands that they've ever had too, so Sodom and Gomorrah. Their logo is very interesting, and I believe they're a death metal band as well. So, yeah. I would have to look and redo it, but of course, check them out. They're very interesting, very unique. Also, before I get into the current bands, favorite bands, found by, least favorite band, I want to quickly go over their specialty. Their specialty is black metal and death metal. So, yeah, if you're looking for a good black metal and a good death metal label, right here. This is all for notes. I just write a couple things down in here. Everything else after that is just coming from this thing right here. My fucking skull. I don't have a brain, I have a sponge. Okay. Some current bands include delicta, carnis, I believe is how you pronounce it. they're still active. They're black metal, and from what I heard of them, they were pretty interesting actually. So check them out. They're pretty good. I think you guys would probably like them. Motive. I believe they're thrash metal. I'm not quite certain. They could also be, you know, death metal. Check them out if you have the chance. Of course, all logos will be sitting right here, this general area, you know. And the last one is Skull. Now, I tried finding this band's music so I could listen to them. I always try to do that. Damn, that's a loud rooster. But I always try to find the band so I can listen to them. This one I couldn't find. There's a bunch of bands named Skull, and I will try to find them later based on their releases, but I can't promise anything. Least favorite band? I don't have one. They're all pretty good. They're all pretty damn good. They don't have any, like, shitty, like, fall-off bands, you know? My favorite band is delicta carnis because delicta carnis, however you pronounce it. I enjoy their music. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good black metal. And how did I find this label? Well, that's easy enough. Through Metal Devastation's website, because I was looking on there. Not only do they have a physical store tab, because I think they used to have, or still do have, a physical store, but not only that, they have their own label. God, that rooster is loud. They have their own label, and some of these bands were on it at a time. So I would suggest you check that out. Check out Metal Devastation's store. Links to that will be in the description below. And I will, please turn the gray thumb blue with hypothermia, drain the red subscribe button of its life, turning it gray, ring the death bell, leave your epitaph in the comments. Our recommended album will be one of delicta carnis's. I don't exactly remember names. I'm not good at that. Certain names I can, certain names I can't. So yeah, just check out the album that I leave in the description. And check out the music used. Thank you for letting me use your music, guys. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!